Then let's go live.
It looks like you're live to me.
Yes, it looks like we're live. Yeah, it's all right. Everything's slow at the minute. Good evening, everybody. Yeah. Welcome to Football United TV. This is the Premier League weekend show, and now it's time for that famous intro.
I've had this happen to me before.
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's show. We've got Rich.
I think the audio's out of sync as well, Anthony. Yeah, can't hear you. There's times I can't hear you. There's times I can.
I think everything's. I think everything is out of sync today. The Wi-Fi. I've gone in. I've gone out. I've gone in. I've gone out. This is absolute nightmare. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I think I can hear you, but I noticed that I can hear you about 5 seconds after you say what you say.
Oh, right. So there's a delay.
Yeah. There is a delay of about 5 seconds, I'd say.
It might be from my end or both ends. I know it's all playing up and all that. So apologies to everybody. Apologies. We've tried our best, and this is what you're gonna get. Sorry, I've tried to sort it out, and it's not happening. So, basically, yeah. Just before we go on to go ahead with the show, Galasso Kits, Rich. This is the company that we're sponsored by. They do a wide range of football kits from this season, and obviously going back. They do a vintage style of kits. Is all good, is authentic, and is good for prices as well. So if you can get that in there, type that in. Just have a look. I did type in Crystal Palace, and it did say not recognised. So I do apologise, Rich, on that one.
I'm gonna send the nastiest review. I'm joking.
Oh, please, mate. This is going Pete Tog already at the start. Right. Let's get on with our first one. Okay. Right, Rich. This one I'm going to bring up first. This one is for you. Is the Palace and the Nottingham Forest game?
Yeah.
0-0. As me, I'm not a fan in that, but you know, I can't really talk about this game, but I'm just going to pass it over to you, Rich. The floor is yours, mate.
Okay. Apologies, there is a delay, so if I go silent, it's only because I'm still hearing what you're saying. But yeah, honestly, with regards to the game, for me personally, I'm happy with the point. I said I'll take a point at the start of the game, and there's one major reason for that. We are littered with injuries. I'm actually going to read out the injury list, and bear in mind, 2 other players got injured in the game. So here was the injuries before the game, and then I'll tell you the 2 players that got injured during. So Eze is injured, Elise is injured, Chet Decore is injured, Jefferson Lerma, Mateus França, Joe Ward, Dean Henderson, Nairo Alhamada, and Nathan Ferguson. Now, the 2 players that got injured during the game were Jeffrey Schlapp and Jairo Wiedevold. You have 11 players out. So, yeah. Honestly, I would absolutely take that draw because we are struggling. And I'm not the biggest fan of international break, but oh boy, am I happy to see an international break now. Hopefully we can get a few players back after that.
I think that makes both of us rich. I don't like internationals. I'm not keen on it, but just bring it on, and let's be done with it. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's time for a break now, isn't it? And let everybody gel. If you're doing crap in the fantasy football league like myself, God, I had shocking points this weekend.
Yeah, this week I don't think it was a high scoring.
35 points. That was absolutely terrible. Absolutely. Yeah. Right. Let's go on. 1, Chelsea 4. I tell you what, I actually predict this on last week's show. I predicted a 1-1, knowing that how Chelsea have been playing. Well, how they have been playing this season. They've been dire. But Rich, with this win, 4-1, obviously this is the win that Chelsea needs. A bit of a pick-me-up before the internationals. Can you see Chelsea going on from here? Obviously, you reckon they're going to step back into winning ways? And if so, has Poch actually found his first 11?
I think he has. I think it's starting to slowly click, as much as we may not want it to happen. It was a good win against Fulham, which was Monday, I think it was. And to obviously follow this up with a 4-1 win against Burnley. I think the difficult thing with regards to Burnley is that they're very good attacking, but leave themselves very open defensively. So it's very difficult to actually gauge. But yeah, in all honesty, just 2 wins in a row for them, climbing up the table. And he's got another 2 weeks to work on things. To be fair, they shouldn't have any excuses because they signed 1 million players, but they've also got like about 10 to 12 injuries themselves. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when all their players come back. But yeah, fair play to them. Sterling, phenomenal again in this game. He seems like a brand new player this season again. So yeah, Poch has got something working with him.
Yeah, Poch has definitely got something there. I mean, I couldn't believe it. It's like what you said. Sterling had a fantastic game. Do you know what? I go on to it, but in the actual, if you do the Fantasy Premier League, he was the player with the highest points this weekend. Highest points. I think he had something like 18, 16, 18 points. But you think to yourself, I think with Sterling, he knows now. The expectations is there. He's got to play. He's got to get more involved, create around as a team. Because at the start, there were so many players coming in and out of that team, and we always said Poch never knew his first 11 because he was always swapping that team around. I think, to be honest with you, now he's got those that formation, the players he picked in this game, I think they will feature in the next lot of games. They'll have to, if they want to obviously gradually creep up to the Premier League. All in all, with this Chelsea squad, where do you reckon Chelsea most probably finish under Poch, Rich?
Ooh. Let me have a look at the table. I'm going to say 7th. I'm going to go 7th, but let me have a look at the table just in case. There are some decent sides up there, to be honest.
You're going to see 7th?
As it stands, they're 11th, but there's a big cluster of teams that are only like a couple points away from each other, including us. So yeah, I think if they get it clicking, I'll say 7th. If not, at 12th.
That's a major drop.
Yeah, the little ones
Oh
open the door.
God! I tell you what, for you Chelsea fans, like, you've heard it here first. You've heard it here first, Rich. Well done, mate. Oh God, that's a class. That's a classic. Oh God, yeah, blimey. So yeah, so I think that they didn't play a bad game. I just thought they, obviously that's something that, is the next milestone for them, and obviously they can go on and wish them all the best. Not that much of the best though, but just continue gradually going forward. I think 12 was a good position. Where you had them first, Rich. I'll accept that on my show, definitely. Right, swiftly moving on to the Everton and Bournemouth game. Everton 3, Bournemouth 0. Now,
So one second.
I also predicted this game wrong last week.
I'll be right
actually
back,
went
Anthony.
for. I think I went for. I went for a 0-0. I thought this game was so boring, but both teams lacking up front. Obviously, couldn't score. For the love of money, basically on both teams. But how wrong was I? So, Everton.
Sorry, Anthony. Can you hear me? Do it. I've just heard something. I'm just going to double check that everything's okay, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, if you put me out, I'll be back in a sec.
You okay? Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Okay, yeah, Rich be right back, as he said. You're just going to have to have me. I will actually see this after my obviously predictions of 0-0. Both teams not in a game, but they ain't really playing fantastic. But listen, Sean Dyche actually did well in this game. His tactics, his philosophy, is the players really played well, defensive and attacking. I feel that we're going to see a different Everton this season. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel pretty much up and running in the minute. I feel he's going to the expectations of Everton. Well, at the beginning part of the season wasn't really high, was it? It wasn't really high at all. So hopefully, they can get a few wins after the international breaks. But yeah, I mean, if you're an Everton fan, I think fair play. I mean, beating Bournemouth 3-0, I think that's a fantastic achievement and a great result with a clean sheet. If I was an Everton fan, I'll be happy with this. Really happy. I'm just going to get something up here. I mean, obviously, goals from the core Harrison and Garner. Harrison has been playing pretty well, actually. I mean, I think he's on loan from Everton. If anybody's here, you can correct me in the comments. I really thought he took his goal well. I mean, being 2-0 up in the first half. I mean, first around about 10 minutes for Everton to score their first goal. Harrison then achieving coming on, getting that goal in the 37th, 38th minute. And obviously the goal in the second half. I think it was an hour, just after an hour. But, I mean, fair play to them. I feel we're going to see a different Everton this season. I mean, they haven't really got a top quality striker up there that can actually get them goals. But on the other hand, I think you're going to see them gelling quicker as a team around that midfield and that attacking area. So hopefully we can see a different Everton. I'll get Richard's views back. I'll come back to that. I'll just bring my views up on Fulham. Obviously, they won 3-1. They had a really good game. What was my prediction for them? I predicted 2-1 Fulham to win this game. Obviously, I got that bloody wrong again, didn't I? But they won 3-1. Congratulations to Fulham. Obviously, being at home at the Cottage, home advantage. Sheffield United this season for me. Sorry, but I don't think you've got no chance this season. I think you're going down, if I'm honest. I think you're one of my teams that I predicted going down. They got nothing there at the minute. Sheffield United. For me, they got nothing in defence. Their midfield is awful, and their attack is awful as well. It needs to develop quickly. I feel that their weakness is in the middle of that team, the spine of that team, to be honest with you. They got nothing there. Nobody can really hold up a ball there. The passing was dire. The play was dire. I just feel sorry for them coming up, but you know that's the way how it is through Sheffield United. I mean, Fulham, they're doing really well. They've won a few games this season. They're going to get, obviously they're going to get a few points this season. So, and that's it. Hopefully, Rich Eagle-Eye, he'll be back on in a minute. He'll be back on in a bit. Anybody in the comments? Is my Wi-Fi okay? Or is it lagging a bit? I try sorting it out and I can't sort it out. Cannot sort it out at all. So I do apologise, folks, if it's a bit glitchy or if there is a delay, obviously in the stream. I tried sorting it out, and obviously I can't sort it out in a minute. I just have Rich back to it.
Yeah, so apologies. My wife screamed. I was like, "What's happened?" So literally had to just shoot off and make sure.
That's right, Rich.
Make sure she's all right.
You know what? Funny enough, you should say that because I was actually on a stream last week. Was it Thursday? It was Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday, and my missus screamed upstairs, and I was literally on a stream, and I thought to myself, should I go up? Well, not. I thought, nah, sod it. I'll stay on the stream. And then she messaged me on my mobile phone saying, "There's a spider on the wall." I thought, just carry on. No, just let them carry on.
No, this is it.
My favorite.
Rich, I've talked a bit about the Everton game and the Fulham game.
Yeah. Oh man, Chris Basham, I believe it. Oh, it's just sad news, man. Sad news with his injury.
Yeah. I mean, what was your thoughts on this game, the Everton and Bournemouth game? I mean, obviously Everton winning 3-0, which
Bournemouth were terrible.
I had this predicted wrong. Both teams didn't score, but yeah. But Dyche has really done something in this game, hasn't he?
He has, and it's weird because I think for Everton, all their home games, they've actually been all right. They've actually been okay. It's just they failed to score, and this is the one game where it's like, yep, we'll take all our chances. So I think that's 2 wins from 3 for them. So it's a little bit of an upturn in fortune for them. So yeah, fair play to them. Fair play to them.
No, fair play to them as well. I mean, the goals as well. I think they were 2-0 up in the first half, and they scored 1 goal. I think around about midway in the second half, around about 65th minute. But you know, is a
Yeah.
comfortable win.
Very
One of my
comfortable.
friends is a Bournemouth fan. I was chatting to him, and he said it's absolutely dire at the minute. He said we've got nothing there. He said they're struggling to get goals. They said they were buzzing down there when Patrick Kluivert signed for them, and he said, but the minute he said he hasn't really done anything. I know he's new to the Premier League, and you've got to give these players a chance, haven't you, in the Premier League? But he said he's just absolutely awful at the minute. So you know, it's sad times there at Bournemouth at the minute. But 0-15, would this be one team you feel that most probably will get relegated?
Yeah, Bournemouth are in big trouble. I reckon they're going to sack their manager anytime soon. I won't be surprised if it's during this international break, to be honest. It doesn't look good for them at all. Like you said, can't seem to score a goal, conceding goals for fun. And the manner in which they're conceding, it's as if they're trying too hard to play out from the back and just losing possession from time to time. So, not good at all.
No, not good at all. No, absolutely dire. I spoke about this game as well in brief. It's the Fulham and Sheffield United game. Fulham winning 3-1.
Yeah.
Great expectations from Fulham in this game. Obviously, being at home at the Cottage, obviously home advantage. I feel Sheffield United absolutely dire. They're one of Newton Town, but I mean they got nothing there. They've got no strength, balance. It's like the fight is gone from Sheffield United, isn't it? I think it may have been over that thumping he got from Newcastle.
Yeah, there's definitely a lack of bite, but I also think with yesterday's game, they were really Chris Basham, his injury was horrific.
Yeah.
You know, he unfortunately breaking his leg/ankle. And I know that probably had an impact on some of the players. They tried hard, they tried to fight back, but some of the goals they conceded were just really dire. Really, really bad goals to concede, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a really bad goal. Absolutely terrible. But, you know, obviously we wish him well and a speedy recovery. But, I mean, Fulham, they are, in all fairness, in that respect, they are really playing well at the minute. I mean, you know, with Mitrovic going over, people struggling, saying that they're going to, where's their goals going to come from? But it sort of reminds me a bit like Tottenham, if you like. Once your top goal scorer leaves, you seem to be gelling more frequently from the midfield to the attack, and you're getting more bodies floating around the 18-yard box, aren't you? So they have got decent players there at Fulham, haven't they?
They do. I think they're still got a bit goal shy, but I think they've got enough to obviously definitely stay up in the division. And once they do find that clinical striker, they're going to be a force. They're going to be a force.
Yeah. Going to be a reasonable force. Yeah, that's right. They are going to be a reasonable force. Let's go on to the next one. Apologies again to everybody if this stream is glitching and you know, or if it's out of sync. I tried sorting it, and you know, nothing. So I think it is. It may be me, Rich. I think it is my Wi-Fi. It's only just happened, so you know. Is what you get. I'm on BT with my Wi-Fi. Absolutely terrible. Today's game, Brighton 2, Liverpool 2. I actually watched this game. This was a good game. I really enjoyed this game. I mean, even though it was 2-2, but Brighton was so unlucky. They had a couple of chances in this, you know, to win the game, you know, towards the end. And I think one of it was round about in in the 70-odd minute, 75th minute. I just felt sorry for Brighton. You know, I mean, obviously McAllister was against his old team. He didn't play too bad, but I really thought Brighton had everything in this game to win it, and Liverpool were good. Don't get me wrong; they were good. It was end-to-end stuff this game, but if I had to give the edge, I'll have to give the edge to Brighton. What's your thoughts on this game, Rich?
So I'm muted. There must be a really big lag. Just heard you say what's your thoughts on the game. You know what?
Hello.
It's Brighton's home form. Can you hear me?
Rich?
Hello. Testing. Can you hear me? Yeah, sorry, there seems to be a lag. What I'm going to do, I'm going to express my thoughts on this game, and then I'm going to jump out and then jump back in again and see if that makes any difference. But yeah, Brighton v Liverpool, decent game. Brighton's home form, it's actually pretty decent, actually. Some very controversial decisions in this game. But I think both sides are obviously fighting for Europe, so you know it's going to be one of those cases where
I can hear you.
It's going to be one of those cases where either way they're going to be a strong.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to do, Rich. I'm just going to hit a few of the comments. We've got a few comments in. Miss Melina's in. Hi, Miss Melina. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in. I do apologise, everybody, about this. I think it's my ears as well. Oh, we got Matt. You all right, Matt?
Okay, just checking everything's okay. Oh, hey guys. Well, big up Eddie. Definitely, guys. Drop a like on this. I want to say apologies if it's my Wi-Fi. I have no idea.
You all right, Rich?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, mate. Yeah, sound. Is that better?
I think we're back in sync.
We're back in sync.
Yeah, it looks it. Yeah, it does.
You know what? I was seriously. I'm glad we're back. I was getting my hair off. I'm thinking, What's going on here? I thought, no, I can't do that on stream. Apologies, folks, but guess what? We're back. Right, so let's go on. Let's go on to the comments. Right, Miss Melina's in the house. Hi, Miss Melina. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're well. She goes on to say, "Big Arsenal win." Oh, it definitely was. Oh, it was good to win. You know, even though Martinelli got the goal. But listen, we're going to come on to that, all right? Because I've added that in. He's the lead, Rich. Laugh out loud. God blimey. I think it might have been me. It might have been me. I literally just pressed a few things, and I think I'm back online. As you said, we're on sync. Thank God for that. King TV's in. He's saying big up all. Big up. Bargav, he's in the house. Big up. I'm over the moon. Bargav, we're all over the moon. We're second now. Joint the same points as Tottenham Hotspur, but they're above us on goal difference. So hopefully, you know, we might start seeing a different Arsenal after the international duties. He said, I was shocked at Everton result. They had zero creativity. Yeah, exactly. This is what I was trying to say. I didn't know if anybody heard me on it, but they did have zero creativity. It wasn't nothing hardly in the game at all. But listen, they went on. They scored 3 goals. I think Sean Dyche's tactics, he had that down to a T. So, you know, I was absolutely I was pleased for him. It makes a change for them to start winning games. They haven't really got a major goal scorer, have they, in their team? So, you know, Bargav, then he goes on to say, what's happening to Bournemouth? They look good. Bournemouth, they look good versus Spurs, even losing, and now they are shocking. They are shocking, mate. Absolutely shocking. They're struggling at the minute, and I think I can't remember the manager's name. I'm not going to say it in case I destroy his name, but
not Ariola. Let me check.
I think they're struggling to play for his. He's struggling to organise that team to get him motivated, get him playing well. I think it is a certain style that he wants them to play, but I think the players are struggling to play that style he wants them to play.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's a major thing on that one. But then again, if they're going to struggle, I think he might be the next manager departing if they're not going to pick up soon and start getting points. If I'm honest with you. So I goes on that one. Eddie Football Waffles in the house. Big up, mate. Big up, fellas. I'm dropping a like. Well done, mate. Cheers. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. King TV, Bristol Wi-Fi woeful today. Laugh out loud. It is, mate. It is, yeah. I knew someone was going to come up and mention the word Bristol somewhere. So, you know, it's going to be... Yeah, it is, mate. It is. And Eddie Football Waffle goes on to say, yeah, some serious lag, unfortunately. It is. I do apologise. I wish this was sorted sooner than rather later, because, you know, it sort of does hold up things, and it don't make the show that great, but sometimes you just got to plod on and do what we can do. Miss Melina, she's saying big up the panel. Big up to you all. Matt's there laughing. Ha 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 ha. And then he goes on to say, he's the lead. Ha ha. Yes. I got the joke, Matt. I get the gist of it. Yeah. Yeah. So that was that. That's all the comments done so far. We've done yours, your team, your pal. Did you want to give another insight of your team?
There was not much to talk about, to be honest.
Right.
I just think, okay, 3 clean sheets in a row, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a massive plus. Joachim Anderson and Mark Gay, I'm saying it now, they're the best centre-back partnership outside of the potential like top 4. Like them two as a partnership are unbelievable. They've been so good. Yeah. And obviously just unfortunately let down by the fact that we've got like Mateta up front, you know, but hey, you can't have it all. You can't have it all.
You can't have it all. No, you can't have it all at all. Yeah. See, this is what we like now. This is free flowing now. I love it. But we've only got 3 subjects left. to talk about. It's this lagging business, and God knows what. Oh, ugh. I'll have to get you on the show next time, Rich. I promise you, it won't be like this again. It
No,
won't,
that's all good. Like I said, I've experienced it myself, and
Yeah,
it's bad.
I'm just going to talk to this. I'm going to say in brief, but I might natter on a bit. Arsenal won, Man City nil. In all fairness, it was a good result for Arsenal. You know, I mean, in all fairness, Man City fans would be kicking themselves because I feel that they could have been at least 2-0 up in the first 20 minutes of the game. You know, the chances that they had. You know, with that, and that was that. But I feel with Raya, the goalkeeper, no, he's not for me. I'm sorry, but he's making two. He made a mistake in the Champions League in midweek. He made 3 mistakes in this game tonight. It's too many mistakes. I mean, obviously, you can vouch for a player to do 1 mistake in a game, you know, but having 3 mistakes, that to me, no, that's wrong. I want Ramsdale in the team next week in goal. I'm sorry, but people in the comments, if you're watching in the chat, you might disagree with me, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. I want Ramsdale. I feel more safer with Ramsdale between the sticks than Raya. It was stupid passing out to the to our players. He never really kicks the ball. You know, he like to clear it up the pitch. It's always the short passing. He likes to pass it from inside the 6-yard box out. To me, is dangerous. And there was a couple of chances that Haaland, you know, you don't do that in the box when you've got a Man City player of Haaland lurking around the area. You just don't do that. But he did. We were lucky. There was one time we were absolutely lucky. I think he passed it out to Zinchenko. Then he passed it back. I think as he went to kick it, it came off Haaland or Alvarez and literally hit the side netting. You know, so you know we were well. To be honest with you, I thought it was in. You know, I was fuming. I was cussing at the telly, Rich. I'm not going to say the word they were saying. You know, but it was all good. It was a few swear words there when watching the game, but I made sure my son wasn't in the room. I made sure it was all clear. It was all kind. It was all good. But yeah, I feel Ramsdale's got to be in. In goal. The defense played well. I thought Gabriel was on top of his A game when he defended and kicked that over. When the ball come in and he cleared it with that overhead kick. You know, I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Eddie Nketiah, I'm sorry, but I'm still waiting for Crystal Palace to buy you.
I think we're moving on, to be honest. We're moving on to other targets.
yeah, he's probably. I want him gone. Trossard was poor. You know, he was really poor. And Jesus was out on the left. Sorry, out on the right. I don't know why he was out on the right. Stick him up front. You know, he was to me, he felt a bit lost out there. I mean, he did play. There was times for the games that he really played well. But Rich, I don't know if you watched this game or if you managed to watch bits of this game. But what's your views on this one?
To be honest, I think it was like a chess match throughout. You know, obviously you mentioned the early chances City had, but after that, I don't really think they made anything clear cut, and that's credit to you guys and how you defended. You know, and obviously going forward, I mean, you could have had a bit more of an attacking threat, but it's against City, like one of the best teams in the league. It was never going to be easy. So to come out of that with a 1-0 win, no matter how it comes, I mean, Ake was really unfortunate. It smashed him in the head and got in. But you've got to think about the long-term ramifications.
Yeah.
You're on the up. You've finally beaten that City hoodoo. Like I think it's like 5 or 6 games you've not beaten them. It might be more. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So you managed to do that, and you've now leapfrogged them in the league table. Like psychologically, and especially City losing 2 games in a row. It was like, wait, hold on a sec. Is there a chink in their armor? Now, granted, I know they're missing Rodri badly.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that they'll be that. I knew he was good. He's a quality player, but they actually look very bad in midfield, which shows how much of an important figure he is for their side. So I was saying to some of my mates, like, if you're going to beat City, this is the best chance for you to beat them, you know, with the players that they have out. And you've done it. So, yeah, congratulations.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. Sorry, Rich. No, I just feel that, you know, it was a little bit squeaky bum time. I'm not gonna lie. It really was. For me, Haaland wasn't really in the game. He was really quiet, wasn't in the game at all. And I think it was like what you said, you hit the nail on the head with our defense. You know, he couldn't break down our defense. He couldn't slip through the gaps sometimes, because with our defense we sort of need gaps, and the opposition exploits them. But they didn't leave no gaps at all in this game, and you know, and hopefully this is how Arsenal defense can really play. I mean, Declan Rice was average, to be honest with you, but I feel the best player on the pitch, I got to say it was either Gabriel, or of late you could say when they made that sub Arsenal was when Martinelli come on, because he was the one that actually changed the game around. Because how it was, we were good, we weren't too bad defending, but in that final third of the pitch, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
You know, there wasn't the chemistry wasn't there in the final third of the pitch. But obviously with Martinelli coming on and changing that, you know, that was absolutely brilliant. And obviously with him scoring, I think it deflected off of Akized or something.
Akized, yeah.
Yeah, and went in. But you know, I mean, you know, it's horrible when things like that happens. But I was just proud. Obviously, we won 1-0, kept a clean sheet, scored a goal. But it's like what I said. If I was a Man City fan, I think I will be a bit distraught knowing that the chances that they had in the first 20 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
But as I said with Rhea, no, I want Ramsdale in goal after the international weekend. I'm just going to hit one in the last final comment. He said, this is Matt. He said, next time, Anthony, try a show on Easter Island. It might be better Wi-Fi there.
Crazy. Just quickly on before you end up on the Arsenal one, Kovacic was very fortunate to stay on the pitch.
Yes, he was. I thought he should have been sent off.
Yeah.
The referee had an awful game in this one. The second tackle he done was actually contact. It was a contact. I think it was on the back of his heel.
Yeah, right neck Achilles. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, for the referee to say no, you know, that was disgusting. I don't know if I think it that's going to cause a load of uproar personally on that referee. Whether people's going to, you know, what people are like. People are going to say, "Oh, this referee shouldn't referee again, this, that, and the other." But maybe he should, maybe he shouldn't. But he's got to learn to get these decisions right. I mean, VAR. I felt that, you know, when they stood in, I think that was the only mistake they made at that game. You know, obviously looking back on the replay, and you could see there was contact.
Yeah,
he should have gone. He should have been gone.
He should have. Yeah, I agree.
Definitely should have been gone. Right, let's have a look and see what we got now. We are going to pick. I tell you what, let's do this one first. Rich, team of the weekend. What is your team of the weekend and why? I mean, you could see Crystal Palace if you wanted to, with all the injuries you've got. I know it's nil-nil.
I'm just happy we got the draw. Ooh. You know what? Had Luton held on, I would have said Luton. You know, because I think they played very well against Spurs, but they unfortunately lost. So I'm going to say Everton.
Oh,
I know, but I think they've been dreadful all season. So
yeah,
for them to even score 3 goals is quite incredible.
You know what? I was going to. The reason why I went like that, because I was going to choose Everton as well. I mean, I agree with everything what you said with Everton. You know, because they haven't really got a goal scorer up front, but beating Bournemouth 3-0 is, you know, obviously he's absolutely brilliant for Everton, and obviously good for Sean Dyche. Fans would be happy. But do you know what? I'm gonna come away from Everton. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go to a London rival. I'm gonna see Chelsea, and the only reason being, obviously beating Burnley 4-0. I think Poch picked his right team. I think he's going to have to take that team after the international breaks. They've all got a break now. But, you know, after that, I think if he picks the same team, after that, I don't think he's going to – I don't want him to win that one because I think it's us. I think it's Arsenal they got after the international break.
All right.
Chelsea and Arsenal. I think it is. But yeah, if they're going to do that, I open for a good game. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's nothing more than beating Chelsea. Nothing good than beating Chelsea. I'll be honest with you. I like beating Chelsea, but the way they played today, I just got to give them the heads up on that one. Anybody in the chat, if you're watching, put who you think your team was on the weekend and why, And we're going to go to the last one. Player of the weekend, Rich. Who's your player of the weekend?
I'm going to go Raheem Sterling. I'm going to go Raheem Sterling. He gave Burnley a torrid time.
He did.
He
did.
He gave him a torrid time. So, yeah, Raheem Sterling for me.
Yeah, Raheem Sterling for you. Yeah. I'm just trying to think now. I did have Sterling in mind as well. You've gone the same as me. Do you know what? I'm going to pick Sterling as well. I feel that he had a really good game, you know, for Chelsea. They all played really well. They all gelled more as a unit, more compact. Sterling was absolutely brilliant out there. I think he played out on the far left, didn't he? So, you know, he's what he was doing there was just like chemistry. He was absolutely brilliant. You couldn't fault him. I think this was the best he actually played in a Chelsea top, to be honest with you. And you know, I mean, fair play to him. Fair play to him as well. The top player on the fantasy football as well, scoring the this weekend. Absolutely. But yeah, King TV's here. He says Kovac was lucky, but Arsenal would rather beat 11 men. Well, 11 Man City. Yeah, we would, and well, good news is we did, but unfortunately, in all fairness, he should have been sent off.
Yeah.
As an Arsenal fan point of view, it did look a bit biased. Like, I don't know why, but it just looked a bit biased. The reason why he wasn't sent off. But yeah, so that's it. So we've covered everything, Rich. We've come to the end of the show. I do want to apologise to everybody that the stream was lagging, you know, and obviously you may have had a delay. Rich said there was a delay on tonight's stream as well. Obviously, I'll take the rap for it. It all come from my end, Palace. But yeah, So I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Accept it like a man. That I am. Cheers, Matt, for your comment.
All in all, we're grateful that you stuck it out with us as well. To be honest.
Yeah. You've got to. Yeah. Even though it's lagging a bit, you've just got to get on and do it.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to watch it back. I'm sure it looks hilarious.
Yes, do you know what? That was exactly the same thing I was going to do. As soon as I come off here, I was going to watch it back and all that. Rich, before we go, did you want to give your channel a shout out, mate? And have you got anything coming up?
Yeah, well, in about 8 o'clock, actually, we're going to be reacting to the goalless draw against Nottingham Forest. I don't think it'll be too long because we did fan cams yesterday anyway. But anyhow, but yeah, the channel is Eagle Eyed Football with predominantly a Crystal Palace channel, and it's international break, and we can get some more players back, please. We've got too many injuries.
Oh, blimey, you have got too many injuries. I hope you get one or two back, Rich. Well, actually, I know. I hope you get half of them back. I have got a little bit of a soft spot for Palace, even though we do say that you are a bogey team. You know, it's hard. No, it's hard to go to your ground
Yeah.
and get a result. Seriously, it's not when you play against Crystal Palace, your ground. It's not a walk in the park.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we won. I think, we beat you 1-0, didn't we? At the beginning part of the second game in.
Oh, the
But,
penalty. Yeah.
yeah, but you know, I mean, you stuck out. We were surprised that we won that game, and that we didn't. Obviously, the likes of yourself, you didn't come out of that game with a draw. To be honest with you, so I really feel that Crystal Palace is doing good. Quick question for you, Rich. Roy, do you reckon this is going to be is this definitely going to be his last season?
I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I'm sure Parish will probably want him to stay another year, but I think he's actually come out and said himself, like, yeah, this is my last year.
Yeah. Well, if he goes, I hope he goes. You play well, and he basically the saying is, if you're going to go out with a bang. A good season. So I wish you all the best. Obviously Crystal Palace, and obviously I hope Roy does stay on. I do like Roy, but and that's it. But that's it, folks. We come to the end of the show, and enjoy your weekend. What's left of it. Bye.